I actually ate piranha on my mission. There was a restaurant that served it. Um, so I figured I'd buy piranha, for the experience. So they gave me this plate with these two big piranha heads sticking out there with the teeth, and I was sitting there looking at them and eating these fish, and I'm thinking to myself, the tables have turned, my friends. It's my turn. And so I ate piranha. It was good. It's fish. And that same restaurant, they serve what is called mohohoi, which is a grub. It's a white worm about as big as my finger, and about twice the size around in width. So it's this big fat white worm with a black head, and it wiggles around there. And the people there eat them live. They just pop the heads off and they suck the inside, or they'll just eat it with the skin. And so we had the option to eat them fried or to eat them live. And I tried. I sat there with that worm in my. I couldn't do it. I couldn't eat him. So I had him fry it for me, and I ate him. Fried, and it wasn't so bad. It wasn't as bad as what they call chunchuyo, which is cow intestines. I had a pretty bad experience once eating chunchuyo. It wasn't as bad as that. I definitely prefer mohohoi, worm. But since I brought it up, why don't I tell you my experience with the chunchuyo? So we had this big barbecue in my first area, where it was a celebration. So for special occasions, when they want to have a big barbecue or a big pit out in the back where they fry up meat and stuff, they invite all their friends and their family, and we all come over, and they cook every part of the cow there is except for the meat. They cook up the heart and the stomach and the liver and the intestines and the tongue and everything. So I got my plate, and they're sticking all this stuff. The first time I saw this big heart and this liver on my plate, I thought, oh, are these exotic mushrooms or something? It didn't look like meat. And I'm eating this, and I'm like, that's really interesting. And they told me what it was. I thought, oh, well, I better eat it, right? But kind of gross. And then they had this big tube-looking thing on there, and I knew what it was. It's chunchuyo, which is the intestine of the cow. Normally in Colombia, when they serve chunchuyo, they'll cut it up into small pieces and fry it. And it's a little more bearable that way. But they had it served us in these big, long strips. So I'm sitting there with this big, long strip, and there's like this gray, muddy stuff on the inside, and I'm thinking, I don't want to eat this. But it was kind of like bubble gum. It was you would bite it off and chew it and chew it and chew it, and then after it didn't get any smaller, you just get sick of chewing it and swallow. And that's what it was kind of like. You just little by little down it, and then they gave us a little cup of juice, and that juice is precious. That juice is precious. You have to savor it and save it, because you're gonna want it. So yeah. Exotic foods in Colombia.